Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of TerraTech. And on tonight's episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off. Now, you can see that I went ahead and rebuilt the front of this bot. And for those of you who may have missed the last episode, I did get into a fight with a giant invader, or at least giant compared to the size that we're at right now. And yeah, he kind of annihilated the front of my bot. So I had to kind of rebuild that. I did kind of go a little bit overprotective with the shields on the front just so that doesn't happen again. It is going to drain my batteries a little bit more, which is why in between this episode and the last one, I went ahead and went underneath and I replaced all the blocks that I possibly could with the money that I had with batteries. And you'll see down here I have a little bit more money because I sold back the pieces I wasn't actually using anymore, and so that did give me a little bit of cash. So I could technically buy maybe a handful of more batteries, but there's a lot more blocks down here for me to replace, and we're going to get stuff out there in the field when we're destroying stuff, so I kind of don't want to spend too much money. Now, one of the things that I do want to say that I really liked is the fact that because we have gone the route of creating the base in our bot right now, when we are out there, I can destroy all sorts of different types of resources, and I will make money off of that while we're fighting. Now, playing it both ways, where I wasn't doing that and playing it where I am doing that, I can definitely tell you, if you like to be able to make changes to your bot and you don't like to have to come back to your base all that often, I would highly suggest making sure you put some sort of mechanism on there that allows you to do just what I was talking about, which is to destroy the resource blocks and get the resources themselves and be able to sell those, preferably be able to refine those into something, even if you're not actually going to be able to make anything out of it. And it's a little hard to control this guy. As you can see, the wheels are not ideal. I am using smaller wheels, mainly for the fact that I don't have access to the bigger wheels. We found these big wheels on one of the bots that we destroyed, one of the invaders actually, and since then I haven't been able to find any more, and we also haven't been able to buy any more because it's part of the grade 3 for the Geocore, and we're not grade 3 yet. We're only grade 1 on Geocore. We have a little bit of ways to go, which is why I'm heading off in this direction where the little question mark is. I'm hoping we'll get a little bit more experience. We'll also get maybe a few blocks we don't have, level up a little bit. We'll have access to stuff that we kind of need to make this guy a little bit better. Now, if I had the blocks that I needed, I would be putting the big wheels on the outside. Now, they are slower to turn, and then the small wheels on the inside, because as you can see, as you go over hills, especially with a bot this wide, you're going to need some kind of traction in the center. Otherwise, you're going to teeter-totter back and forth. You're going to get stuck. We also want to put some boosters on here at some point. We don't have those just yet, and I feel like this guy is going so slow with that. I'm so used to having those things on my bot that this is almost painful at this speed, but you know, it teaches you to respect and appreciate what you get later on. All right, we're going to kill the patroller here. What do you got, little dude? Anything? Oh, you're going down. No, not yet. I almost destroyed everything he has on his bot in just like one hit. Well, at the very least, we will pick most of this stuff up if I can. Wow, look at the wheels. They're sparking already, and I'm not even like half as tall or as wide as this guy's going to get here pretty soon. So, yeah, we need to upgrade the wheels big time. I put so many wheels on this thing so it wouldn't do that, and they're still sparking. So I would love the inside, though. I love the design that I've gone with this. It's something I've learned over time to kind of space them out a little bit more than you do on the sides. And the reason behind that is, the fact that you're going to be running over all sorts of manner of different size stuff. And if they're too close together, you're going to run into the fact that they're going to get stuck under there like we did see with those little blocks. Ooh, we're getting a couple little dudes. Cross and truck on. All right, truck on. I don't know if there's going to be anything left of you. We're kind of annihilating you fairly decently. I want to get some of these weapons because I don't have enough weapons from the front of my bot just yet. Come on, blow up, blow up. There we go. There we go. Ooh, what do we got here? We got a GSO Foundry. Nice. Nice. Okay, well, we're not going to use that. I guess we could. Yeah, let's put it on there. I don't have anywhere for it to go, is why I was kind of thinking, maybe not a good idea to use that just yet, but we'll go ahead and use it as much as we can. Now, unfortunately, most of these blocks here are going to get destroyed as I destroy the rocks in front of me. I don't have a drill on the front of this guy. I don't have those little, whatever those things were last time with the the plasma cutters on the front either. That would allow me to destroy the resources, the blocks in front of me, without actually destroying anything else. They're a pretty safe bet. You know, when you fire your weapons, they do have a tendency to destroy things. Oh, we can't pick up any more stuff, huh? All right, well, we got some weapons here. Let me go ahead and throw those over here on the front so I can see what I'm doing. We may have a few weapons in here. We do, so let me throw those on there as well. One more there hiding. That's a light right there. There's a weapon right there. Anything else? Lights, 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 wheels, blocks. There's a drill there. Okay, so nothing I really need all that much. And you can see right here, I did try to make it where it's as organized as possible. I like to see, you know, the weapons being symmetrical. So if I have two of these stud lasers on one side, I like to put another two on the other side. It allows me, not just for looks, but allows me to direct the fire a little bit more accurately, just because I know that if the left-hand side is firing a certain way, the right-hand side will do the exact same thing, and I don't really have to worry too much about the fact that, oh, maybe my left-hand side is way overpowered and doing, you know, a lot more damage than any other part of me. I guess you know what it is there's too many of these things on there, and the resources are not getting off like they should. Let's see, can we drag these out? Yes, we can drag these out manually. That's not what I want to do. Drag this one out. Yep, so it's going to keep picking stuff up for me. I don't know if there's a automatic way to kind of force it to, you know, otherwise do this for you. I don't think there is at the moment. I think that's just going to be programming that they're going to have to, you know, perfect down the road at some point to allow it to, you know which objects it should take off and which ones it shouldn't. If we had some sort of recycler, that would definitely help us out. That ooh, okay. What do we got over here? If we can even turn, this guy is so heavy. Oh my God, look at the wheels sparking. And some of these don't even look like they're touching the ground unless you go over the hills, and that's what they're there for. So if it looks like some of them are a little bit too high, they're really not. It's just, you know, the way it's kind of looking at the moment because of the terrain that we're on. Oh my God, we're decimating this guy. Holy crap, the differences of just, you know, a handful more guns than we had before is night and day. This guy is still not dead. There we go. There we go. The wheels are not going to make it, I don't think. Anything that did? Ooh, we got an invader. Let me back this up a little bit. And you know what we're going to do is I'm going to put my little thing down, my solar reactors, and we're going to charge up as much as we can now. You can see it is evening, so it's going to be day or nighttime here fairly soon, and I don't know how long this is going to last, but we're going to try to take this guy out, mainly for the fact that I can't wait to see what he has. Now, this is a calculated risk. We could lose everything all over again if he's going to be a huge bot, and I can't back up very quickly. He does have shields on him. Yeah, he does. Holy crap, look at the top of him. There's a lot of pieces on there now. You can see we are losing a little bit of power even as we're getting charged up. So hopefully we will win the day. Oh my God, he has the big guns on him. I definitely want this piece, but we're going to take some damage. Those big guns will get through my shields and do some massive, massive damage if we are not careful. I don't see... Sorry guys, I don't mean to move around too much. There they are. There are the batteries. He's down to 2 bubbles, 2 little lines, down to 1 line now. It looks like, what am I at? I am at 4. Okay, yeah, we're going to win the day. We're going to win the day, and we're going to get some Uzis. We're going to get some big guns. Holy crap. Oh, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be epic, guys. I can't believe we're going to get this stuff this soon. I got to be careful, though. I don't want to lose any of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire, and we're going to pull off. We're going to fire and then pull off. So that way, warning, your anchor blocks are under attack. You know, I have an anchor block back at the base. If you can call it a base, there's not really much there. There it is. His last little line is flashing. Oh, come on, let me win it. Yes, yes, knock it off. What do we got? SMGs? Okay, we got some SMGs there. Big guns are going to the side. Come on, fall off. A little bit more. There we go. Blow up some stuff. A little bit more. No, still not. There we go. Okay, let me pull that off. Oh, it got destroyed. Did we get anything yet? Okay, so we got 1 big gun. Come on, where are you at? Die already. I want your stuff. No! No, we want this. We want it all. There we go. Put 1 on there so it can charge up a little bit. Oh, yes. Yes! Oh, my God. The To invade other people's build techs while in control of it. Yeah, I already know how to do all that. Oh my god. Oh my god. So what did we lose here? Okay, so we lost almost an entire row of guns here on the bottom, which is not a bad thing because we're going to be putting those big guns on here in a minute. What is our power at? We're in yellow, and we're getting charged up that entire time. That shows you just how difficult those fights really, really can be. We also did get some access to some new wheels, and if you look at them, you'll see that these new wheels seem to have a little bit more traction on them. That is what they are for, the jaw wheels. They grip the ground and help you turn a little bit better, but they do take up a little bit more space. Really? Really, you're going to come over here and mess with me, huh? You're going to destroy my blocks. All right, come on over. I'll try to move as much out of your... Ooh, we got a recycler there. Let me go ahead and put that on there. I'm trying not to destroy too much. I just want to destroy him. There we go. You're gone, buddy. Whew. Okay, now that we got a recycler, let me see. I'm going to put that on here right away so that this stuff can be going on in the background. Let's go ahead and put that there. Is it not allowing any of the stuff to go down the row? It should. Nope, it is not. So that bug is still not working. It's still not going down the conveyor system. Even though you have pieces that can be recycled and taken apart. See, there you go right there. Those are the pieces I was talking about that you can get out of recycling stuff. And of course, you would want to have more conveyor belts to pick that stuff automatically, which I guess we could do right here since we do have a few extras. We might as well go ahead and put them there. Change the direction so that they go through. I guess we got to do this manually for now. That sucks. Oh, you know what we could do? We could skip a step. Let me move some stuff around. We will be picking up all this stuff, but there's just too much here for me to resist. How do I do this? I am going to have to move this over here to the side real quick. I am going to have to move this stuff off as well. Where am I going to put this? Take that one off. We are going to put this here. You know what? Is it going to work? I mean, I know if I attach it, it should work. It should go through all of this. No? No, I have it on backwards. Okay, so let me change that direction so that it will go through a little bit more naturally. And I may have to create two lines. One so it can pick up the resources like this, and one so it can pick up the normal resources, which is just you know, these little stuff out of the rocks, because it won't pick that stuff up, I don't think, and take it through the recycler if there's nothing there for it to recycle. So that's going to be an issue, I think, down the road. But let's go ahead and put two lines if we can. I don't know if we're going to have enough space, so let's put it right there. Now, see, it picked up more stuff. I don't know how to make it stop doing that, other than to maybe use a small receiver instead of a large one, and that will pick up the resources rather than all the junk that you have on the ground. But I like the junk, and I want to pick up as much as possible. Dang it, there's so much stuff here. Okay, this is going to be a building episode, guys. I didn't plan it that way, but that's just the way it's going to go. So what am I going to replace in here? Let's see, can I replace this block right here? Yes, we can. We can get rid of that, and I'm going to put a battery there. If I can, will it let me? There we go. One battery there. I'm going to see... I guess I'm going to have to pop this wheel off for a minute. Yeah, pop that wheel off for a minute. Go ahead and put a battery there and put that wheel back on before we forget. Do the same thing on this side. We did lose a little bit of weaponry there, but that's all right. Most of those weapons will be replaced anyways because we just got better, a lot better. Of course, that depends on what you feel as... you know, weapons are in place as being better or not. I mean, the bigger guns, they will do more damage, but they will also destroy a lot more blocks. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing for you. Let's go ahead and replace these wheels with some of these new traction wheels, if we can here. Not going to be the greatest thing for us, but I think it's a little bit better than the ones we have right now, especially on the outside. These really should be on the inside, these other wheels that we're taking off. Let's see, one right there. Yeah, right there. I think that's exactly how I have it on the other side. Yep, that should be good. And then I am going to I'm gonna have to make it a little bit bigger here on the back. Oh my god, this thing is gonna be massive already. Oh, this is not what I was planning. All right, let's see, can we get rid of that? No, you know what, we're gonna keep that there. Yeah, we're gonna keep that there. We're just gonna go ahead and add on we need a block, something to clog it up for a minute. How about these over here? Oh my god, so much. So much. It seems like when you first start out and you run into a big bot like this, man, it just kind of stops you dead in your tracks and says, "Nope, you need to expand. You need to do more than what you got right now." And that's exactly where we're at. Can I not go back further? Why want to go back further? You can't tell me. Oh, I was going to say, you can't tell me we hit our limit already, because that's not even close to as big as I know these bots can get. Now, the downside is, as we get bigger and bigger and longer, we're going to have to change the way our base is working, because now the back of our bot is no longer the back of our bot, and you're going to need a lot more weapons and things of that sort. It's not really, too big of a deal, but it is something you're going to have to compensate for, which means pretty much everything we just designed might have to be redone here in just a minute, which, that's not bad. But what are you doing here? Why aren't you going any further? Are things stuck? Oh, you know what it is? These are already refined materials. They can't be refined again, and because they can't be refined again, they can't be sold. So we're going to have to put it right there. It's going to sell both refined and unrefined, which is not the greatest outcome, but until we get more to work with, we're going to have to kind of accept the fact that it's not going to be as efficient as I would kind of hope it would be. Like, I want it to be better than it is, and we got to work to get to that point. So let's see. Wheels, for now, I guess we're just going to put these here until we can find something to replace them with, such as these guys. I want one in the back for sure on both sides. Make sure the back wheels are always your biggest, the back and the front. That will pop your bot up and make sure that you don't get stuck all that often. No, that's not exactly how we wanted it right there. 2 more wheels right here. Ooh, why you wanted to go like that? I want you to be normal. There you go. Let's see, 1 space in between there and there. That looks good. And then 2 spaces in between this one. There we go. That looks about right. And actually, those are short-lived. Those are short-lived because we're going to be replacing them. Here we go. Take those off as well. Man, I didn't realize how many wheels we actually had over here. We might be able to put a few of them in between, but until I put all of these down, these are going to take a back seat. And we do still have a few more. One right here, which can go right there. Actually, I can space it out a little bit better. There we go. That looks like... Oh my god, how many more wheels do we got? We got a lot. We got a lot. So those other wheels might be finding their way underneath this spot, like the other smaller wheels should be. Oh man, look at all these blocks, guys. Jeez. Okay, let's go ahead and get the back set up. The back needs to be set up because this is where it needs to be able to pick stuff up and take it to my base. The rest of it I leave hollow, mainly for the fact that it can easily be filled up with batteries and things of that sort. Thankfully, this thing has come with a fair bit of shields and recharge bubbles, and you can see it's daytime now, so it is charging up. And yeah, all the stuff back here is kind of damaged a little bit, but that's okay. We'll get to that. Oh my god. Okay, so I want to work on the front just because I want to see my big guns go on. I'm going to put the big guns on the top for now. I like to have them as high up as possible, mainly for the fact that they do turn in pretty much all directions. They turn very slowly, but they do turn. And if they're as high up as possible, that gives them the biggest field of view and allows them to really just, wreck different mobs all around you. Because as you can see before, they go after whatever your weak point is. And so if you have no weapons on the back of your bot, like I do, I have no weapons right now on the back of my bot, that's where they're going to be aiming for. So definitely something you want to try to avoid. Let's see. What do I want to do right there? I don't like having those batteries exposed like that. So what I may end up doing is taking this off for now. We'll take those off. We will be getting all these weapons at some point, but for now, we're going to try to avoid that. Now, one of the things you also need to try to look out for is now that we have our base set up so that it can recycle stuff, you want to make sure that it doesn't recycle anything that you actually want to keep, because it will do that automatically, and you're not going to notice it. Oh, yes, we got some boosters. We got some boosters. Okay, let me throw those back there for now. Do I not have any more big guns? Was that it? Just 3 big guns? Oh, you got to be kidding me. I thought we had a lot more than that. Are they disappearing on me? No. Not yet, right? Oh man, that sucks. Just 3 big guns. Okay, well, then those 3 big guns are gonna get a place of honor, someplace kind of cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but it needs to be moved a little bit. This needs to be moved as well. Come on, zoom in. Nope, that's as far in as we can get. There we go. This is gonna be moved too. Let's move that over there, and this one there. Same thing on this side. That's going to give it a unique look I don't think I've ever done. Oh, man. I wish I could put 2 guns. One right here and one right there. Yeah, I think I'll just leave a space. It's going to be a little uneven and a little bit more difficult when you turn. It doesn't seem like that would cause a big issue, but they're pretty heavy, and you'll notice it when you start moving around. We got some armor plating in here. What else do we got? We got some more blocks and some drills. Do we want to use the drills? No, not really. We got some Uzis. Uzis. Oh my god, yes. Please. Now, remember, the Uzis are too high, and not in the sense that they're just too high. They are 2 blocks high. So if you have anything right above it, it's going to get blocked. So make sure you take that into account when putting those down, preferably up here in the top, so that you have plenty of spaces down here on the bottom to do what you want with it. Let's see, how many Uzis do we have? We're probably going to have a number of them because he did have a lot on his bot. So let's go ahead and put these down here on the bottom. You also want to remember that, if they're down here on the bottom, they're probably going to get destroyed a little bit easier than normal, and you don't really want those to be destroyed. So maybe not the best placement. They just don't shoot very far. And so if I am going to be going after an enemy and doing exactly what we just did there, where we go toe-to-toe with them, I kind of want the Uzis in the front. Oh, we got a propeller in there, guys. We might be able to make an airplane already? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, this is perfect. This is the greatest bot I think I've ever found right off the bat. This is a little nuts. All right, what do we got here? We got another one, another Venture Hailfire rifle right there. Let's see, where can I put that? Let's put these here in the center. I'm going to leave it like that. What about over here? Didn't we put one down? Or is that the one we put down? That might have been the one we put down. And we're going to put these over here on the side because they're only 1 high. Yes, yes, we are doing. Man, look at these big batteries in the front. You can see exactly how much power we have, and that thing has been going off this entire time, charging me up, and it still hasn't gotten to the point where it's fully charged yet. So I think I got a lot of power. I think we did good, guys. I think we got some serious firepower on our side here. All right, so we got some more weapons. I guess let's go ahead and put these things on until we find better. Not exactly my first choice on weaponry, but we are going to have to put some of these on the side. But for now, I am concentrating more on the front. This is where I do most of my battles. If you're one of the people who tend to strafe the enemy, then you can take into account where you want to put your stuff because that's the way you fight. For me, this works out fairly well. What do I want on the sides? I do have some placement right here on this corner piece, maybe. Yeah, that looks okay. And one more on this other side right over there. Man, this is the most enjoyable part of the game, actually. You find some really, really good stuff, and you're just like, where do I put it? Oh, you know what? I'll try it over here. Nope, that didn't work. Let me try it over here in this other spot. Okay, so I want to keep the walls slightly higher than the rest of the bot because I want to be able to protect my my stuff. So let's go ahead and put some blocks over here. I will, of course, fill in this little corner piece as I get the stuff to do so. Now, I don't want to make this too heavy on one side and not the other, so I'm going to go ahead and start filling in this other side as well. Let's go ahead and put this one there. We'll put this block right there, and we'll keep going. Do I have any more? No, actually, I don't have any more blocks, so one side is going to be slightly higher than the other, but further along for now. Let's see, what do we got? I don't know if I really want to keep these things here. Oh, dang it. Let me undo that. Okay, so that's what was down there. If I move that, I'll have to replace those. Do I have anything to put down there for now? Any other blocks? Wow, we really don't. We have a few here and there. That might be enough. Some of these little 1s and 2s, some venture blocks as well. Oh, man, I really want those in the back, though. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to move those for now. Where do I want to put them? Actually, maybe we'll move these off to the side. We don't really need them there. Up or down? We're going to put it right there. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let me see if I can find a few of these blocks right here. Where are you at? What happened to the block that came down? Oh, you know what? It's probably up here inside this little thing. Yep, as soon as it came off, it went ahead and decided, nope, we're gonna go ahead and refine that into something you don't want me to do at the moment. There we go. Okay, so that worked out fairly decently. Let me go ahead and remove this. We'll put that there for now. That way I know exactly where that's at. We're gonna put this stuff, right there for now. It's not exactly where it's gonna be going, but you know, it kind of needs to be moved really quickly. Here we go, one right there. How about one more? Is there any more over here? No, I guess I don't really see it. I guess we can go with Venture. I was kind of hoping to avoid Venture for now until I found, the pieces that I actually wanted. How about this right there? That works. Yeah, and we can keep going with that design if we can find a few more blocks, such as these right here. A little mix-up of stuff, but I think it's coming along, right? I mean, I think it is. I think it is, guys. I think I can. There we go. One more and one more. Yeah, not enough. Not enough, but we're using most of it. We're using a lot of this bot. And what we're not going to use, we're going to pick up anyways and see if we can put it down the row somewhere else. Okay, so now we got some mortars, and I do like my mortars. Some people have said to turn them upside down and use them to fire on the outside of your bot, such as instead of over here where I have them, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see, I have my mortars up here on the top, and they fire over in an arc. But if they're firing too far and you want to make them fire a little closer to where you're at, you can have them fire like this, and that way when I actually fire my weapons, you'll see that oh man, we're destroying stuff over there. So let's not do that again until we get all this stuff picked up. But yeah, it will fire up in an arc. And I think I'm going to do that right there on a few sides just to give it a shot and see if it helps. Now, mortars do add a fair decent amount of lag. I've said that about a few things in the game, and it's absolutely true. Some things are just going to be a little bit more labor intensive on your computer. But if you have a decent computer, it shouldn't really be too big of an issue. They have made a lot of fixes to the game that make it where, your computer doesn't have to run as hard as it used to be able to, or used to have to when it comes to things like that. And I don't really see it too often until I build just a giant size bot that just takes up like the whole screen, and you have 4 or 5 other bots and a huge base and all sorts of craziness that you're building. Then the computer just starts to be like, maybe I don't want to do all this at the same time. Maybe I don't want to render all that if it happens to be sitting right next to one another. Now, of course, as you get further and further away from your base, that lag will disappear dramatically because it's no longer rendering those objects. So, take that into, your design. If you want to build something big, you may want to go a little bit further out and try building something out that way, and then leave it out there. I wish there was a way, and they may have already integrated it into the game, but I haven't seen it yet, that you could leave something out there, hit a button, and it will automatically scroll you over to your next tech. I think they think that might be a little bit cheating. I don't think it would be. I think it could be used to cheat a little bit, but it'd be very, very minor, and I don't think it would really take away from the game, to be honest. So we'll see if they ever put that in there or not, but I think it would help out quite a bit. Let's see. We want these facing this way. I'm going to actually leave a little space right there on the corner for another weapon or maybe a shield or something along those lines. Let's see. We're going to put these here. We're going to have mortars on this side as well, so let's go ahead and put those down. Oh, yes, we actually have one of these things now. We can actually buy more stuff, so that's going to work out fairly well. I might be able to buy some more blocks and help me finish that other side here, because we definitely need to do that. Wow, I did not expect, guys. I really didn't. I thought we were going to go out fighting, and this ended up being, like a payday episode. We found everything we wanted, and then some. Well, maybe not everything. There still is a few objects in the game that I want, such as bigger wheels. I still don't have access to the bigger wheels. And until I get them, I'm going to definitely be searching for it. Let's change the direction on, though. Default direction for pretty much every object in the game is facing forward. So if you get weapons, you're going to need to change the direction that they go. Any other ones? I don't think so. I think the rest of those are just wheels up there. No, there's a weapon right there. Let's go ahead and snag that one. Change the direction. Nope, that's facing backwards. Oh, geez, so much left to do on this. The inside of the bot still needs to be done. I still need to rearrange the base. Oh, man, I got 3,200, though. 3,200 is going to allow me to buy some conveyors, and maybe I can leave some of those items back where they're at. There we go. That's facing the right direction. Weapon? Yes, weapon right there. Oh, man, this is going to be a beast, guys. I cannot wait to see this thing in action. I just hope the wheels in the back and on the sides here are able to support the massive frame that is now here. Let's see. Let me move these wheels off to the side. I want them out of the way for now so I can see what else I have. Okay, so I have a few more blocks. Let's see. Can we pick these up? All right, let's go ahead and put this one here. Won't let me grab this other one. I might be too far away from it, so we'll leave it there for now. I am going to put these down here. I am going to have to buy a few more, so let's see. What do we got? 48. It's not too bad. I want to save it, though, because I know we got some expensive stuff coming up, such as those conveyors. And all of this space on the inside can now be filled with batteries. So that is going to be expensive as well. I didn't even have enough to do that last time, let alone this time. Now we got so much more space. All right, so let's leave one space in between each one of these so that it can move around a little bit better. Yep, one space there. We're going to have to put some shields down here in a second. Let's go ahead and put those there. What else do we got? One more? No, we don't have one more. All right, let's go ahead and buy one more. I want it to be as even as possible. Here we go. Where are they at? Right here? Yeah, regular wheels are the ones we're looking for. One right there. Yes, perfect. Okay, now we are going to put some of these things down. Shield bubble. You don't really need shield bubbles on the inside. You can go that route if you really, really want to. I'm going to stay away from that. I think I'm just going to use repair bubbles on the inside. If it gets damaged, it just needs to be repaired. I don't think we need to protect it too much because this whole top piece is going to be covered over at some point. Wow, these are all shields, huh? Any more repairs? There we go. Yeah, it's all going to be covered up at some point, and yeah, it's really not going to require any of that. So let's go ahead and put some stuff over here on the outside. Shields are going to be required here on the outside for sure, and I'm going to put these things right on top of one another. Let's put a shield over here. What do we got in here? One more repair? Nope, shield and shield. Wow, this thing had a lot of freaking shields on it, but not very many repairs, or at least that's what survived. Oh man, that's crazy. A lot of them. Look at that. No, that is a repair. Yep, you can tell that by the little T on it, the little cross on it is going to still not allow me to pick that one up. I'm just too far away. Let's go ahead and grab this propeller for now. I just don't want to risk it getting picked up by conveyor belts or anything of that sort as we do our thing. Oh, we got one more mortar. Okay, we can put that on there real quick. And then I am going to buy a few more repair bubbles, just to put them on the back here. What do we got? Where are we at? Right. Shield, repair. All right, let's go with 4. 4 is good for now. I think we're going to probably use a little bit more than that, but we'll go with 4 to start with. Put one... actually right there, if it will let me. There you go. There, looks good. Yeah, it's getting all of the wheels. No, it's not. It's not getting all the wheels. So we're going to have to get a little closer on the bottom, but that's okay. That just means we're going to have to kind of double up a little bit, but overall, we do need to get the top pieces as well. Nope, that is the wrong bubble. How about this one? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we definitely want to make sure the top is protected as much as possible. And this bottom down here, normally if you look down here, you'll see that my bubbles are pretty close because I'm only using one block. Now that we're using these bigger blocks, you run into those issues. And the only way to really kind of compensate for that is unfortunate. You kind of have to put them on the outside. a little bit more than you would normally do. And of course, I'm not leaving them right there, but you'd want to put them down here in between the wheels, or if you don't feel safe with that, you can put them underneath if it will let me. There we go. You can put them underneath, but then they may get stuck when you go over things. So I kind of prefer to put them here on the outside. It's not the most perfect situation, but it is going to be what it is, and we're going to leave it like that. Now this side over here is not getting repaired, and I'd rather double it up. So yeah, there we go. That's going to be fine right there. Shields on this side. Where did we put that? First row? Yeah, first row. We'll do this one here. And we'll put another one right there. Okay, that looks good. Now we're gonna need two more? Three more of these actually. So 3 more of those and 1 more shield. There. Now let's put these on right there. Oh my god, this thing is massive. How much power is this thing gonna take? Is what I'm kind of curious about. We did get more batteries, but I don't think we got enough batteries for all the shields and repair bubbles we're putting on. This is pretty extensive, a lot more extensive than I was hoping to kind of get to at this point, but we'll stick with it. We'll see if it works. 1 more shield and repair bubble for the back, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with let's see, 2 of these and 1 more repair, because right now it's right in the middle, but I don't know if we're going to keep it right in the middle. That seems to be a... Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and undo that. Let's go into build mode, and I want to take this off and kind of put it in the back, because I will cover up that row a little bit in a second. Let's see, is that kind of covering it? No. You know what? We want to move it over. Maybe 1 more. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of doubled up a little bit. Over here, we want to put on a shield, because it is going to be the back of our bot, so it's going to need that extra protection. Further out to the outside is where we want that. That's why I went a little bit further back with the shield or repair, because it doesn't need the repair to be on the outside. If you do that, when the enemy runs up to you, he is going to be repaired by your bubble, and you don't want that to happen. The shield being in the way, it's an issue, but it's not that big of an issue. I don't really see it becoming too big of a problem, at least from what I've seen. Well, let's see if we can move this up a little bit. I do like having the row here in the center. It's going to allow me to put that stuff that we've been messing around with that's kind of getting all over the place in there and kind of overlapping stuff. So that is going to be nice. We are going to have to put these back, I think. Yeah, because I want that there. What else do we have up here? Okay, so a lot of conveyor belts, But you know what, guys? I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I am going to finish doing this in between this episode and the next one, and I will show you the finished product when we are done. But look at this, guys. This is starting to look absolutely fantastic. If you're wondering why I'm staging this out little bit by little bit, making it a little bit wider, I have kind of learned through experience that having a smaller front end usually is a lot better to get over hills. It gives you that traction you need. But more than that, by having it staged out like this, it gives me this little, step pyramid on the outside that allows me to put more and more weapons that both go out to the left that can fire forward and up above it that can fire forward, and allows me to protect really vital pieces of my base right here in the smack dab in the middle without being too close to the front, too close to the back, or too close to the side. And if you have just this big giant rectangle or square, those don't really seem to work all that much. They're very clumsy and they don't turn very well, and I would not suggest building something like that unless it's like your first spot and you're just going with what you think might work. You probably will change that at some point though, because it's just yeah, it's not very efficient. As always, guys, I'm AC Gamer, and I will definitely catch you all next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series, in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.